Welcome back to another episode of your Thunder Bay North Stars franchise mode. If you remember, we left off last episode with just a great opportunity here. We had a fantastic offseason, which I'll show you in a second, and we just, we kind of had slower out of the gates, I'll say. We had a couple wins with some losses, shootout losses back to back, and then we're on a bender right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to Columbus. 7, 8 game winning streak in the process. So we at one point we were 4-2-2, which isn't bad, but we've won 8 games since. We are on fire. The one thing we did say last episode, though, and where we were concerned, was the fact that Lucas Raymond is last on our team in points, and that's just not what you want to see. So we did a little editing to the lines, mainly just special teams, but we're not. It's not great. Our lines right now, we have no positives, and I don't know if I want to get in the route where I'm going to change player types. I don't know if I should just go out and find more suitable players. So again, we have a sniper, a two-way forward, and a power forward. So what we need right here is a playmaker. Now, is Josh Anderson a playmaker? He's not. I mean, 86 passing is just not good enough. Is he a first line forward? No, he's not. I mean, he's second line forward right now. Lucas Raymond, another sniper. I mean, if we put Lucas up, it's a -1. Now, sure, that gives a +1 to the second line, but I don't want a -1 on the first. And I just don't think Foodie or Kyrou are the right answers. I mean, we drafted Lucas Raymond here. He's elite potential, so I think we leave it as is. With him on the we put Lucas Raymond on the first power play, though it's a +1. I believe we're looking pretty good there. We have the right build. I think we're gonna be okay with Vasilevsky. One thing I didn't show there, if you don't remember, we picked up the one and only Sasha Barkov, Alexander Barkov, Sasha Barkov, and we got rid of Sammy Blais, who just had an outrageous salary demand. We were able to pick up Arthur Ald here. We were able to offer him a contract and sign him to a very, very reasonable extension at, I think it was like $8 million or $9 million a year. 8.25, which was fantastic. For an 87-year-old, 87 overall is just going to grow. We have Kim Klostin over a couple more years still. Quite a few years still. I mean, we're set up really well. Josh Anderson at $7 million, that hurts us. Honestly, that hurts us, and that's my fault. I fell in love with him after our first playoff, and where he was just the best of the best. And I'm hoping he gets back to where he was. Burakovsky is on a good contract, but he really hasn't been as good as I was expecting. Boquist, I need to grow. I mean, at the end of the day, I need him to grow. Same as Fabro. We have Sam Girard here, who's not going to want to come back. We can't sign him until the offseason anyways, or after December 1st, I think. Because he was a qualifying offer. And then Spurgeon wants $7 million, which is ridiculous. So you just look here, 7.3. So we might have to get rid of him at the deadline, which is going to be super upsetting. The other option we have, let's look at his trade value real quick, because the other option we have is we use him as our own rental, but we don't have a lot of draft picks coming up. So if we can use them to get some draft picks, that would be ideal. Now let's just see where Spurgeon is. Yeah, he's about a third of the way for value, which is pretty good. If we look at draft picks here, I believe it's just, we have 3 draft picks. This Columbus, Carolina, Vegas, not our own. That's right. And somehow Vegas, who's a rebuilder, where's Vegas? Yeah, they're a rebuilder, but they're in first place. So typically they come back to earth. And then was it Carolina? Yeah, Carolina's not doing too well, and Columbus is doing very poorly. Now, again, it's likely going to come back to earth, so what I'm going to do right now, actually, is I'm going to take the Columbus value and try to find an actual rebuilder and see if I can just do a swap, because rejected. Now, it's fair rejection, because I honestly don't believe Columbus is going to stay that bad. So if I can do a third and a first for a first. Rejected. It's too far off. Okay. I have so many third round picks here. Like, so many. But can I do a third and a fourth? A third and a fourth. Rejected. Not sufficient at all. Can I do a third and a third? Or I guess, yeah, third and a third. It's too far off. Okay, maybe my idea just won't work out. I was hoping for something maybe a little bit better than it is. Okay, these guys are a rebuilder. What's their team look like here? Let's add their first rounder and just take a look at the team. Are they going to be any good? They Ekblad, which is awesome, but otherwise they're not that good. And losing Barkov was not great for them. Now they signed a Jonathan Taves, who's probably just going to keep decreasing overall. But again, 12 points, playing 24 minutes a night. That's ridiculous. But a lot of their values lower end. So what we're going to do is, they got 76. They have 70 overalls in the NHL. This is not great. So can we actually get, oh, I guess I did the wrong thing. Can we actually get a bit more than a first? Can we get a first and a second for my first? I think that's unrealistic, but let's try. Rejected, woefully sufficient. That's fair. Honestly, it's fair. First and a third. Not sufficient at all. I'm being greedy. Of course I'm being greedy. I've been watching some other YouTubers, and they're way more greedy than I am. Okay, first for first. Rejected. I am stunned that's rejected, but it shouldn't be. I shouldn't be. I can't be that guy. I was like, oh my goodness, why is it rejected? First and a fourth. Wow. I really thought I'd be able to get more. That's my fault. I really thought I'd have more leverage in this. It's just a bit low. Okay, so let's add in a fourth. Call it a day. And we'll keep track of, oh, I guess 2/3. We'll see if this is a good deal or not. I mean, honestly, we could have just sewered ourselves. I don't know. So I'm going to go right down here just so you know what I'm doing. I don't like the awkward silence I see on some people's channels. So I'm just going to go Florida first versus Columbus first. Because I'm guessing it's going to be a couple episodes from now by the time that actually happens. I'm hoping we make the playoffs. I mean, we have a fantastic team. We're considered a champion. So I'm hoping it definitely pays off. But Florida there, I'm going to keep Carolina and Vegas's and just see what happens. It's surprising how much less value Florida's has. But I'm taking a gamble here. But I think that's the right move. But back to what I was saying about Spurgeon. If I can trade him maybe for another defenseman with some term, I'll do that. I'll go look at the player finder again and see what I can find for defensemen that just maybe have a little bit better term. Definitely don't want Brett Connolly for a first and second. Ridiculous. I have Vancouver's in 2025. Okay, but also haven't won a game since this video started. So we're 0-1-2. I love myself some goal. I'm not going to get rid of him. So 0-1-2. What have I done? Okay, overtime win against Florida. We give them a point. Okay, Anderson wants to apologize, persuade. I never want to make a guy feel too bad about himself, so we will persuade him there and see what happens. Got some overall, not much change. But I don't like the fact we give Florida a point because we want them to finish as poorly as possible. It looks like they're close to a playoff spot right now, which you don't love to see. We'll take a look here once we get up. I think I simmed about a month or 5 or 6 weeks worth, so we'll see once we get back up. We had a couple big wins there, a couple losses. It's not, we're kind of just sputtering right now. I was looking for a stud defenseman. Obviously, I would love it to be a franchise guy, and it's not. So it's not the best draft class of all time. Like 35 points for a guy that should be a sniper. Magic Hands Pro Release, like it's not great. Timo Solani, what's this guy? 200 games, so he's going to be a two-way. He's a playmaker, confirmed playmaker. So again, we said we need a playmaker, but he's a center. So if we draft this guy, it's going to take away from It's going to take away from Barkov. But he has A+ competition like that. He might be a guy to go after if we can get up. The guy I'm looking at though that I really like, again, he's not playing against great competition, but 31 points, playing 25 minutes a night as an offensive defenseman for the Oil Kings. Isn't bad at all. His defense obviously is not great, but when you get an offensive defenseman, that typically happens. I'm guessing he's going to be a high 70 PK Subban type. So again, there's going to be options here. nothing. It's not going to be the greatest draft of all time, but I want to know what goalies like. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I change that? No. Okay. I'm just curious to, when you see a goalie this high, first of all, 3 wins in 8 games for a goalie that's that high is not great. Next guy, Levo, is a bust. It's not fantastic. Do we have a gem? Yeah, a top 6 here going in the 3rd round. So, all right. Well, let's take a look, see if we can overcome here, see where our draft picks are looking here in a little bit. Obviously, falling off the wagon a bit. We're 5-4-3 since this video started, so we're above 500, but it's not where you want to see from quote unquote champion, right? Beating the Leafs is nice. I think we lost. No, we beat Jersey there. So again, we're I don't want to say streaky team, but we win lots in a row, then we lose a couple, and then we sputter. And we sputter, and then all of a sudden it comes back. Eric Stahl, do not need an Eric Stahl at this point. We're deep on forwards. And we have a really good farm system. We have a really good. We're looking just really good. I'm not too concerned. The one thing I'm a little worried about is Vasilevsky, and not in the sense of this season. I'm thinking about the future of Vasilevsky. With our franchise goalie. Oh, we are having a real bad streak right now. With our franchise goalie, we have coming up. He's a couple years away, but I don't want to miss the opportunity to get something back for Vasilevsky. And I think, I don't want him to start dropping, after a couple years. We also went from Arthur Ald having 8 points over a point per game to Sasha Barkov leading our team with 3 points under. So we're going to have to make some changes. Definitely going to have to make some changes, make something happen here. This is not what you want to see from your team. But in terms of goaltending, Vasilevsky's down to it, or maybe he was 90. But he's 29 years old. I'm hoping we get another year out of him, a couple years out of him before we go. He's just not... He's good. He's just not the answer we want him to be. Korpisalo being up a little bit, that's what you like to see. But our scoring is not up. So, we're going to do the -1. We're going to do the -1 and hope it helps. So, we got sniper, two-way forward, sniper. Can I make Barkov? Oh, he's a good two-way forward. Like, if I make him a playmaker, I think it's going to just help the team. Let's leave it and see. Everybody else is dropping. This is not good. Not what you want to see. How's our defense looking? Everybody's a +1, so it should be fine. +3 on the bottom pairing. +11, +10. That's a defensive liability. So these guys are not good together. So let's switch it up. Let's put Fabro with Spurgeon and Boquist with Anderson and see if that makes any difference in the world. Let's just advance. There we go. Sorry. Let's just advance a couple weeks here and see if we need to make any changes. So we're 24, 8, and 6 right now. We have 3, 6. We have 7 games. So we should win 5 of these 7. Already an overtime loss. Not the start you want to see. Win against St. Louis. Loss against Philly. So we need to win 4 in a row here for me to think we're successful. So we beat New York. How's Arizona? I don't even know. We beat Arizona, it looks like, because we just went up in the standings. We did. Okay, that was a good win. How do we go? We beat. Okay, so we did. We won 5 of 7. We won 5-1-1. That's what you want to see. That's definitely what you want to see. Our Blue Jackets. Okay, let's go look at the standings here real quick. Looks like I made a mistake trading the Blue Jackets pick here, but we will see. Barkov's up to 44 points, but let's go entire league and just all the way down. We're first overall in the entire league. That's awesome. Things you love to see. Florida Panthers are actually in the playoffs. So we got rid of, I believe Columbus is dead, near the dead bottom, 28. So we got rid of that was a real bad trade. That was my fault. I took a gamble and it didn't pay off. I also kept Vegas's and thought they would come back down to reality, and I believe they're up here looking pretty good. Yeah, they're in 11th place. Carolina was the other one we have. I didn't see them. They're down here, just one better than Columbus. So again, not ideal. Definitely not ideal. But Barkov's up to 44 points in I don't know how many games, 45. So again, he's more than a point per player since our last talk here. So not terrible. Now we're at the beginning of January, middle of January, I guess. I'm guessing the trade deadline is going to be the end of February. Yeah, beginning of March. So let's just get up to the 10th there. So get almost another month of simulation in 4 weeks. And I'm not going to look at the draft class right now. I just want to see where we are, where we're sitting. If we lose to... Okay, so nice thing is Vegas looks like they're trying to sell, which would be wonderful news. They are in second in their division. I really hope they fall off. Now, I don't wish... That's terrible to say, and that's the most selfish thing of all time. Brett Pesce, we got rid of him. No, thank you. Blue Jackets are better than Hurricanes now, which is cool to see. Tom Wilson went for Josh Hosang. That's you know what? Probably two guys are just struggling now. Two teams you would not expect to make a trade with each other in Pittsburgh and Washington, but that was still an interesting trade. Vegas is in first place in their division, so yeah, the Vegas who is a rebuilder is not a rebuilder, and yeah, so now Pittsburgh's trying to flip Wilson and give us Pesce for first and Connor McMichael. No, thank you. We're having a very balanced couple weeks here in the sense that we're not blowing anybody out. We're very win a couple, lose a couple, win a couple, lose a couple. Now I'm nitpicking for we're a 33 win team. Now if Holtz wasn't a good prospect with couple, I can't do it for 1 year for one rental of Werenski. Doesn't make sense. Golden Knights still holding on that top spot. All right, and we just lost. So we can see we win or lose, win, overtime, win, big loss. Not great, but I think we're still in first place or fairly close to it. Golden Knights are down third now. Interesting. Yeah, we're still first. So let's go to Toronto here. And once we get to Toronto, we'll make a decision on what we're going to do. That's a pretty good trade. Now, Comrie can really turn out, but Svechnikov is a good player. Now, is he... I just want to see if he's a playmaker. I know that sounds silly, but if he's a playmaker, he's a sniper. We don't need more snipers. We are full of snipers. No, his shooting category is not good for... It's not bad, but it's not great for him being a sniper, 88 overall. 23 years old, though. Holt is still... Oh, that's our defensive prospect. Not even Holtza. It's Holta. So that's our defensive prospect. He's not playing fantastic in the minors. I would want him to be better at 20 years old. At the same time, not terrible. I have high hopes for him. I mean, we drafted him high. He was a first-round pick, wasn't he? Yeah, 8th overall. So we're gonna hold on to him. I forget who Comrie is. Larry Comrie. Where did we get him? He was a 3rd-round pickup for us. So, I mean, again, for an 18-year-old playing in the juniors, he's not bad. That's actually a really good trade. I just don't want to lose that defensive depth. And I don't know where he'd fit. We'd have to get rid of a Josh Anderson or a Burakovsky to fit him in, and that's really not bad. Oh man, that's a good trade. That is a good trade. Let's see where we're at. I'm not gonna jump the gun. Let's see where we're at. So we're gonna give it to Toronto. But that was a good trade. Don't like that trade. Don't want McDonough or Jan Gord. But okay, looks like we've won a couple here. So we're about to lose big either to Vancouver or San Jose. And we win both. We actually win big against San Jose. Is Ottawa any good? No, Ottawa is a very good team right now. Wow, 37-17-4. And we shut them out, which is nice. So again, Holt. I must have a Holt in the training block and not know it, but Holt in the first for McDonough, Gord, and Tyler Johnson. No, thank you. The one-hit wonder. Excuse me. The one-hit wonder of Tyler Johnson. Must be a big trade happening. It's very slow. Jamie Drysdale, again, another guy that's not really painting out for us, but I really wish he was. So I just want to see where everybody is. The Hurricanes are below the Blue Jackets. I don't even know what division Florida's in anymore. Let's take a quick look here at our draft picks and see how they are turning out for us. Looks like Burakovsky might be above a point a game now. I could be wrong on that, but looks like that's what it might be. Let's go entire league. So where is everybody we have? So Vegas is 12. They've definitely faltered a little bit, but not terrible. Florida, once again, is in a playoff spot. Son of a gun. They had fallen out there. I was really hoping. And Columbus is 28th. Carolina is 29th. So, I mean, we have a shot at a top 5 pick. I mean, it could fall back to a top 7. But if we get a top 5 pick, that's not too bad. And where are they? 35 points. They have 51. Yeah, I mean, realistically, they're not going to finish any worse than third worst. Likely going to finish a bit better. So, I don't have high expectations. I'm sorry that I let us down on that Columbus. I just thought they were going to bounce back. Excuse me. I thought they were going to bounce back. Yeah. Barkov's back to over a point per game. And, I want to edit lines. I don't care about overall right now. Overall points. I just want to see how. I mean, it's still a -1. Costin's back up, though. And Lucas Raymond, who had 5 points before the move, and again, he's still only up to 16 minutes on ice, but I mean now he has 41 points. That's what you like to see. Barkov at 60, Ald again with 53 points in 59 games. That's not too bad, not too bad at all. And they're playing significant amount more time than Raymond is. Josh Anderson, he's really fallen off. Klim Kostin, he's having a pretty good season actually. Pretty good season, getting lots of time there. He seems to be very happy. I'm very happy with him. We got 6 years left at 2.3 million. It's just unbelievable. Burakovsky's back up. I think he was down to an 85. These are all good things. And I just wish I could give them maybe something better than Anderson. So what are they? Kostin's a power forward. He's a sniper. Two-way playmaker. So we put Kyrou up here. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's put Kyrou. I know it's going to put him up a bit above where he should be playing, but he's a -20. So I think Anderson will help out that line defensively because the whole line defensively is not good. Really, it's that third line that's been causing us issues. So let's do those changes. I think they'll actually help us out quite a bit. And I know this isn't great, but the -1. But it's working, so let's not mess it up too much because it's really helped Barkov take off as well as Raymond, which is the whole idea. And we're in such a good place. I don't think I can get rid of Spurgeon. I don't want to mess it up, and I know I hate losing him for nothing because it doesn't make sense. But I don't have that. The guy in the Krejci. I guess we have Krejci in the minors. I mean, you do have Krejci in the minors. Oh, Blue Jackets are worse than the Hurricanes again. Kasparaitis for Pacioretty, Dahlstrom. I'm trying to remember who Dahlstrom is in the first, but but what do I do with Spurgeon? I don't know. I think I almost have to try to trade him, right? I don't need anything special. I don't need an elite. I just need a guy with overall. Well, that's the wrong thing. I just don't want to lose him for nothing. I hate losing him for nothing. I think it's so silly to lose him for nothing. And I'm probably overreacting. Like, well, when you have a defenseman, you should keep that defenseman. But Let's still go to under 30 because Spurgeon's 29, so I don't want to lose too much there. I don't want any low potentials. I want medium or high or exact. Let's just see what's out there. Oh, I guess I could have picked. There's 324. Okay. Let's add some more into this. Can I add some more into this? Salary, contract years minimum. Let's go minimum 2. So they went from 324, so almost 150 less. We're going by trade value here, which is okay. So let's just go to right about here is where we want. Kale McCarr, again, I said I don't really want an elite. So Jacob Slavin, Travis Sanheim kind of seems like that perfect guy. What kind of D is he? He's a two-way defender. He's 27. He seems to be pretty good all around. That's not too bad. He has a lot of value. Clefbaum's, I wonder if I can get Sanheim for Spurgeon. So I don't want to get rid of him, obviously, which isn't going to help us. But let's see. Spurgeon almost has no value left. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, back to the drawing board. I waited too long. You should have known that was going to happen, but I waited too long. So now we're back down into this area. Evan Bouchard is 24. He's an 83. I like his age. He doesn't have a lot of trade value. I don't mind putting a little bit more in to get him. Is he an offensive defenseman, though, I'm guessing? Yeah, offensive defenseman. So that's okay. So let's see if I can get rid of Spurgeon here. I don't know if I'll be able to. They want him, though. So this is... Edmonton will be overcut. So, you know what? That's fine. Retain salary. I don't know. They'll give him some spending room, too. So now am I going to give him Spurgeon, I know he's on an expiring deal. I'm going to give them more cap space by doing this. And I'm fine with it just straight up. Just a touch. Okay. I can do just a touch. Is there anybody that I'm not loving right now? Anybody unsigned that's just kind of taking up space? Like, Krejci has no value. He's an 80 overall. No, that's nice. Top 9 forward. So, I mean, he's not going to make the team. Is he? I don't think he's going to make the team. 19, 62 overall. He's not going to make the team. So, let's just see if that's enough. Rejected. Okay. What is the worst draft pick I can give? You guys want 4th? You guys want 5th? Is a 5th going to be enough? I don't think a 5th's going to be enough. Okay, let's add a 4th. It's probably going to need to be a 3rd, but they want 4th. Let's see if they'll do it. All right, there we go. Go to roster moves. I don't want to make any moves unless they send Bouchard to the over there. No, Perfetti hasn't grown at all. These guys aren't really growing. I wonder if I've just stunted their development. Drysdale's up to a 77, though. He's growing. That's good. And you know what? It's not... Like, Krejci's, like, these are defensive top 6s, so they can be there. Again, these guys are 4th liners, depth forward, so it's not like I'm terribly affecting them. But we're just going to go to edit lines here real quick. And defense... Okay, Spurgeon's playing first line minutes, too. But Bouchard, substitute in all lines. So, let's see. What is the Bolquist? Bolquist Fabro? Ooh, don't like -2 at all. Okay, what if I do this? No, that's not good. All right, let's leave Bolquist and Fabro together. We'll do... I don't think I have any... Okay, those are both offensive defensemen. Defense... He's a defensive defenseman, so, I mean, if you put him with an offense, that should be like a +3. But again, I don't... Edmonton's not the kind of guy you want to do that to. So let's just leave it here. Let's just leave it here. This is what we're gonna go with for right now, and we're hoping it's gonna help out. What's our picks? So Carolina's pick's fantastic. Vegas is just crap. We're gonna use it as trade bait. I mean, Carolina's is almost as good at there, and Florida is still middling. So, how bad is Carolina? They're not even that bad. But hey, it happened. So there's the move we made. I don't think we need to make another move. I like her team. I honestly like her team. Just the only wish I had is I kept Columbus's draft pick, and unfortunately, I did not. That's okay. All right, our last game in the season against Florida. I hope you know what, we're gonna go up to it, and I hope we can beat them for them to miss the playoffs, and then they will win the draft lottery. Bada bing, bada boom. It'll be fantastic. All right, Gus Nyquist. Wow, I can't speak. Gus Nyquist, Alex Kerfoot, a third and third for McMichael, a first and a first. I don't understand on what planet that trade's gonna happen. I honestly don't. Carlson and Kanko for Fleury and Alexiak. Those guys must be good prospects because that was a pretty big trade. Holtz in a second for Renski in 2/3. So now they want Holtz instead of Holta. But the trade deadline's over. So everything on here, I know it's gravy. So far, 2 big wins. A loss to Anaheim, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Big game against Edmonton, Bouchard's old team. Columbus fired their coach. Uh-oh. Real bad times. We beat Edmonton in a shootout. All right. I'm not even looking at the scores anymore. I'm just looking at the standings on the side here. Panthers are out of a playoff spot right now, at least. Still are. I'm just watching that. We are on a heater, which is fantastic. We are having clearly our best season ever, and we are in first place. It looks like first place overall. Sabres are pretty good too, but we are just beating everything in our way. We are having a fantastic season, and it looks like we are going to just steamroll our way into the playoffs. We have secured the conference. Can we secure the President's Trophy? I do not know. But let's take a quick look at standings, because I want this to be a big game. So we have 120 points. Sabres have 120 points, those bastards. Okay, Panthers are 83 points and out of a playoff spot. Blue Jackets are at 69 points. Hurricanes went off. They're at 79 points. So the Panthers can't make the playoffs. So the only way the Panthers pick is better than Blue Jackets pick. Blue Jackets are in second last, third, fourth last. Okay. But the only way the Panthers pick's better is if the Panthers win the lottery somehow. So we're hoping for that. So let's go up here. Let's see who our first round opponent's going to be. And hopefully we get a big win. We do. Which, does that get us the President's Trophy? So far, no. I wonder for the President's Trophy winners. I can't tell. No. Maybe. I don't know. Not a big deal. Not overly concerned about. We get Calgary in the first round. It's not too bad. Vegas did make the playoffs. So that is good there. Our locker room chemistry is looking good. We're a champion. We have lots to do. But right now, let's take a quick look at the... Let's edit. I didn't know I could edit strategies. We're going to do that later and try to make our team better that way. Something I should have been doing all along, and I have not been. But something I saw somebody else do in another... Oh, no, thank you. In another franchise mode is when you're looking at the standings. Let's go to team stats here. So Calgary is not in our division. Let's go to entire leagues. Did we finish first? We did finish first overall. That is great news. And we are playing which place team? The 13th place team. But I think we can... Yeah, we can actually look at their lineups and everything here. We can see all their... what their strategies are. Does it talk about what their coach likes to do? But it does not. If it was going to be roll 4 lines, but Johnny Gaudreau, Sean Monahan, Elias Lindholm, Matthew Tkachuk, Something Phillips, Zach Aston Reese. Then we have Kemenev, Samuel Bennett, Godwin, Sumela, Frederick, and LaRose. With Ryan Murray, Noah Hannafin, Clington, Valimaki, Nielsen, and Matty Niskanen, Who they have between the pipe? Wow. Mackenzie Blackwood and Tanner Pearsons. I can actually scout the team. Oh, that's if I was doing NHL Scouts, which I am not. They do have a couple scratches here, so let's actually go take a quick look just at overalls before we get started here. But we are looking good. What did I see back here? Actually, when I go like this, what did I see? Is that Barkov up to a 92 with 93 points? So again, I think putting Raymond up was the right idea. He ended up with 61 points, which is fantastic. Ald ended up with 76. Burakovsky 68. Adam Bolquist even ended up with 66. That's what you like to see. Jordan Kyrou didn't really flourish in the second round or in the second line role, but that's okay. Sam Girard did okay. So yeah, I mean, Rasmus Anderson, who we don't expect to do much. How did Bouchard do once he joined our team is what I want to know. So 6 points in 19 games. It's not the exact same pace. He was a plus player for us, and he was a minus player for Edmonton. So, yeah, I mean, that's where we're sitting. We're looking pretty happy. We'll take a quick look at Calgary's lines, and we will end the video and get ready for another playoff series. I am super excited. View lines. I don't know why it still says we have caution for team chemistry. But we will go Anaheim to Calgary. All right, 90, 88, 88, 80, 81, 87. So, honestly, like, their top is good. Their top four, fantastic. But this hurts. Matthew Phillips, I mean, yeah, I don't even know. Is he top 9 overall? Like, Sam Bennett, like, this is just not... They're all older. It's not like this LaRose guy's young. He's also 73. Oh, my goodness. Defense is all right. Not great. I mean, we're going to lose probably because why wouldn't we? But this team is garbage. Absolute garbage. I don't think we can look at our own, can we? No. But I mean, wow. I shouldn't say garbage, but like we have an 85 on our third line, and that would have been their 5th best player. We have our lowest player is an 80. We have a 92 overall. Costin's back down. Burakovsky's back down. On our defense, I mean, 81, 84, 82, 83, 86, 84. Like, we're just... And then far superior in net. Like, Korpisalo would be one of their better players. He really could fight for their starting job. Wow. Okay. This is where we end this video. I might record a couple tonight, try to get ahead of the game here. But, I mean, first round's going to be against Calgary. Let's do it, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're hoping for. So, let's go do this playoffs. Let's go do that hockey. So for now, I'm going to ask you to like. I'm going to ask you to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm really looking to get that subscriber count up. And if you don't mind, leave a comment. If you haven't already seen what's coming out next, it is going to be an awesome franchise mode series. So we're not going to rush through this one. We're in 2024 now, so I mean we're already 6-7 years in. We're gonna do this one with due diligence. We're gonna give it as much time as we can. We're gonna try to go for some cups here. It is taking me a very, very long time to get stuff done and create for the next video. But go check out my channel because it has a big update on it to know what to expect. And I will see you guys in the next video for the playoffs against the Calgary Flames. Until then, see ya!